All right, people, we're talking about networking today. It started like this, people. I got my buddy over. I started telling him how I went on Bumble. Relax. It's not gay. It's not nothing like that. I'm not out there searching for love. Bumble has the option of giving you relationship stuff, sure, but you could also make Bumble friends. And then the best one is Bumble Business, where you can swipe right on people who are trying to do what you want to do.
My bad. My bad.
He did okay. So what happened was this dude saw me swiping through a bunch of guys, and I'm like, I know what this looks like, bro. I know what this looks like.
But convince me. Why? Keep going.
So, well, first I want to know. You're saying convince me, which means you have some reservations. What are those reservations?
I think it's just from the beginning of the whole idea of Bumble was to, essentially,
Fuck.
It was kind of a fuck dating app type of thing, and then obviously they branded themselves a little bit differently with different options of Bumble Friend, which I still believe it's like it's still a friend. I don't know, like
yeah, it's like some of this is intentionally made just to date later, but we don't have to call it anything.
And then
I agree.
And in a marketing perspective, I believe it works, and also maybe the whole thing coming back to Bumble for business. I mean, yes, that section is used for business and whatnot, but the whole idea that it's in Bumble, it kind of stops me from using Bumble because it just, at least for me,
and you know what? Let me confirm some of your theories. Sometimes when I'm scrolling through Bumble, I see some guys in there, and they're like, you know what I mean? And it'll be like, entrepreneur searching for network. And I'm like, this guy's searching for a different kind of network, you know what I mean? Like this guy.
So that there is I think for me, it's just, for me, it doesn't grab the attention for me, at least, to be on that platform to connect business-wise.
Yeah.
I try to do LinkedIn. LinkedIn, it's more like kind of a fake profile, like, hey, how are you? This is me. This is what I can do for you, type of thing. Not as engageful like Bumble, but but if there was something more specified for like business oriented, like just take that aspect of that Bumble for business and just put it in another app and just
make it all that network. Yeah, that sounds like $1 million.
That's my idea.
It's $1 million idea.
Don't steal it.
Well, what if but we don't know if it's already out there. What if it's out there but just really badly marketed, so we never heard of it?
Absolutely.
Because honestly, like, networking is it's one that benefits both parties. We're both looking for each other. We just need a way to find each other. Many of these people don't know how to do it, which is why I ran to Bumble initially. Was because I was on meetup.com trying to find people trying to grow their social media. I would go on Reddit to see if there's groups that I could talk to, because all I'm doing is trying to find like-minded people. Out in the everyday life, you don't encounter people who are following your dreams. It's a very nuanced perspective that you could actually curate, like, through online, a better system, I've used Bumble before for this whole business stuff, and it didn't work out in the past, but I feel like it's different this time, and I don't know, I think it's because I got results now and I feel like I'm better at it, but also because I'm chasing a career that is transferred better through the media, through Bumble, right? Because what's happening with it is that when you're on Bumble, it's almost as if you're talking to a lot of people who work on their phone, like media, social media, marketing, a marketing agency, a freelance photographer, you don't see stuff like, hey, I'm a landscaper, hey, I need the gutters cleaned. You don't see those kinds of businesses. You see the stuff that has to do with tech and shit like that. And so it's easier for me to find my type of audience, the type of people I want to work with. You know what I mean?
So more like, would you say that Bumble for business is more for like content creators? Because it seems like when
not
you
more
just said,
for it, but like content creators, yeah, but expand that umbrella to anything on the internet. You know, it could be just a person who's good at SEO marketing, someone who's good at funneling, someone who's good at
oh, bro. Well, I have some books on funneling. I'll just give it to you. But like
software.
SEO is like for sure. But well, that's a different topic. We'll go back to it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll go back to it.
But yeah, so like, but the idea here is, what are the effective ways to network? And because like honestly, it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing because you're not gonna catch me out in the open scrolling through Bumble because I know the stigma that comes with it. So I'm like, I'm gonna do this in public. People are gonna catch me, and it's gonna present an image of myself that I am not.
I guess, you know, in a way, trying to network, and it really is difficult because most people are more comfortable socializing with you via email or text versus real life. Maybe it's just that anxiety of like real life stuff. Where am I going with this? Finding a better way to network.
Because like a lot of like there are network events, but they tend to cost money. And if you're a dude who's just one, let's say you're an introvert, let's say you're a beginner, both of those are gonna clue you out because beginners, one, don't know about these events, and two, introverts don't want to be at these events. So we're missing out on a large part of the population.
That's true, and also like I went to an event a while ago for one of my clients for like IT services and stuff, and obviously an older crowd, and it just seemed like I was never the type of guy or person really to really be like, hey, how are you? You know, what do you do? What's your, you know, it just seems like very superficial sometimes.
Maybe that's because you don't really care.
You think so? I
mean, cause
like maybe I don't care enough, but it's just.
I mean, have you had a conversation with someone and you really wanted to know what they were about, so you're just enthralled?
Yeah, like perfect example at that event where I'm asking questions and it just seems very. I don't know if it's a tech person type of vibe, because obviously tech people seem to be a little bit weird, to be honest. And
be specific with that weird. You mean socially awkward, or do you mean they like to play a lot of Pokemon?
Socially awkward. What do you mean by Pokemon?
I meant like that's socially awkward.
Oh, socially awkward, and it just seems like very robotic. Hey, how are you? Oh, great. What's your name? Bob. Oh, my name is George. What do you do? I work for this IT company. Oh, what do you guys do?
It's almost like they read a book on how to do it, and then they're performing accordingly. But
yeah, exactly. Like they have those questions already and those answers already like.
And for the crowd, by the way, he can attest to this because he's an IT guy.
Yeah.
So he can shit on IT guys, and I'm his friend, so I can shit on IT guys. Not just kidding.
And so it's just. Well, then again, obviously, I and to be fair, I was the youngest person there. Like everybody else was legit in their 40s and their 50 plus in the IT game, like 20 plus years. So maybe that was also a gap because there wasn't so much younger folk like me. But then again, that's my fault. I just haven't gone to events where people my age where they're surrounding myself. I'm not surrounding myself with people my age in the IT field. Usually it's people a lot older than me that already been in the game. So maybe that could have been one thing. It's very awkward to talk to a young person that is just getting into the game. That could be it.
Okay, but like let's go back to this whole networking thing. Would you consider that a success, going to that?
A success in a way, yes, because I learned about different tools, different products coming out, you know, services. I don't think it was so much of a success to network with people because it just seemed like, I don't know, once the presentation was over, the software that was shown to us, obviously what I just said, once the presentation was over, it just seemed very, all right guys, out for lunch, this is over, you guys could just all mingle now, and it just seemed very like, people are already in their little social group, you know, and it was a little bit daunting because there's already like groups all over, and you just kind of go to the group and, hey guys, how are you? Which I did, and I just felt a little bit weird because everyone was like, oh, this came out of nowhere, kid.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know, like, I'm pretty good at networking. I never see that as a problem. Usually, word of advice for everyone trying to socialize: you lose all the tension when I guess you put it out in the open what just happened. Like when you're self-aware. There you go. So you could be like, hey, how's everybody doing? I know, weird. I'm just jumping in. It's just I don't know how to socialize, and this is my best attempt. Sorry. Nice to meet you guys. My name is George. Once you say that self-awareness and you recognize your own awkwardness, you simultaneously become a lot less weird and a lot less awkward. You know what I mean? Like most of the time for me, the weirdness is the fact that the other person doesn't recognize that they're being weird. That makes me feel really fucking weird. I'm like, damn, you know? You ever consider that? Usually, life-changing advice, people, you do something weird, acknowledge the weirdness, acknowledge that you also know it's weird, and then people are more willing to listen to you. I'll give you an example. When I take a shit, I shit with like a little stool, because I heard, people used to poop back then. They didn't have toilets, so they used to like really go down.
Dude, I have that shit too.
So I'm over there like a fucking gargoyle, bro, on a fucking toilet paper. Like,
yeah.
So it's weird as fuck. It's weird as fuck. I recognize how fucking weird it is, but it's efficient. It makes that poop just slide right out, and you go, whoa, this is efficient.
Bro, I was just taking shit. I didn't see it.
Wow. Why do you think all of that toilet paper's on the floor?
Oh.
Yeah. Why do you think it's all crumbled and stepped up? Anyways, it's weird. It's weird. And if somebody were to run into me and just open that door and be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And I just be like, oh, anyways, how's your day? And just don't acknowledge it. That's fucking weird. And I deserve to be made fun of. Anyways, this is advice for networking, but the idea is also don't be a weird ass dude in networking, because people will be nice to you to your face, but then they won't reach out. You have to consider that no communication is communication. They communicated, they want nothing to do with it. Yeah.
That's very true. And maybe that was another thing too, where I felt a little bit pushed away when I went to that networking event. It just seemed like, you're right, people, they'll let you know that they don't want to talk to you based on not communicating with you. Like, that was it,
Yeah.
And it just seemed like, that's one of the hard things. Networking is pretty hard, It just seems like...
It seems like you should give Bumble a shot.
I'm not going to give Bumble a shot.
Until we find something better, I'm going to give Bumble a shot.
Something better, nothing that was prior before a dating app,
Mm-hmm.
So,
video's getting kind of long, so I kind of want to end it. Any final words?
Any final words for networking?
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, I guess one final words for networking is just grind as much as you can with your current field, and be ready to present your skills when time is ready. And so that way, when you're in these networking events, and when you're in your colleagues and you're at your work, you're already prepared. So always, that's what I'm trying to say. Be prepared within your skill and whatever field you're in. And when you start networking, you already have something to present to the table. There's no need for speak or words. You just present. This is my work. Here's my link. Here's my channel, or here's my business. Let's make something happen. And I think that's my... Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. I think that's my last words for networking.
I'll add to it. If you're networking, give value first. Ask second.
Yeah. Give more.
Don't show up and be like, hey, guys, my name is Edgar. Watch my videos. They're going to be like, who the fuck are you? Why should I care about you? What have you done? Like people, we're all egocentric. I usually be like, oh, dude, I see you have this problem. If you do this, it'll go away just like that. Like, really? I used to have that problem? Yes. Then they find this value and they go, what's your name? You know what I mean? Like, provide value first, then ask for it. I'll end that there. You sons of bitches.